Hey, Nintendo fans out there, I have the rare opportunity to interview somebody who some of you may have not heard of, but he definitely has his place in video game history. I have the one, the only, Jeff Rath, who actually voiced Link and is the first that I can think of instance of a Westerner voicing Link in a video game.
You are our hero.
Jeff, how's it going?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Oh, fine, thanks. I got a couple of questions that I would like to ask you.
I just wonder what Ganon's up to.
If you want to just jump right into it.
Sure.
Awesome. So, my first question for you is how did you get involved in the Zelda CDI games?
I was a young man at the time, I think in my early 20s, and I was a young actor just trying to get gigs. I heard of the audition through a friend and went and auditioned in Cambridge. Uh, and I can't remember the name of the studio. But anyway, just went in, auditioned, just a regular, normal voiceover audition kind of thing, and got the part.
Look, I got a new job.
Awesome. Awesome. Did you play the video games prior or after voicing Link or
No, no, the technology was brand new. The company that was doing it, it was I don't even think it was out in a beta form yet. For the first time that we went in and did it, there there was nothing to play. There was no game yet. And then when we came back to do the second one, um, they were still messing with the first game, I think. So we might have had the opportunity to play. I'd never been a video game person, so but I saw some of the final product when I was in the studio the second.
Oh, cool, cool. So I guess you kind of might have already answered my next question, but I was going to ask if you have a CDI or if you had an opportunity to at least try them out. The games.
Yeah, no, never got to try it. Didn't have a CDI. I do remember seeing one in a store probably that year or the year after. But I just at the time I don't even think I had a TV. So I don't even think I certainly was not playing video games.
Well, awesome, awesome. Yeah, you got to have your priorities. um, and my last question, and again, I could be wrong, but I have not found any other instance to prove me wrong on this. But as I said when I introduced you, I believe you are the first person who technically voiced Link, at least, besides for grunts and screams. you know,
Right.
in the Western Hemisphere, at least. I know there's been a lot of Japanese voice actors who have, at least not had spoken roles. But I think that's a pretty cool legacy, and I'd like to ask you, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I think it's kind of neat. I had no idea about the infamy of the this particular game at all. I did the game, I did the second one, got paid a very small amount of money for each.
Sorry, Link. I can't give credit.
Um, Fell in love with voiceover work though. I thought it was, great. It's a great sort of gig. Never got any others though. Never really looked for them. Kind of forgot about the whole thing after the second time we did it. Several years later, I'm a teacher, and several years later, I was doing an icebreaker with my class called Two Truths and a Lie, and I always use that I was the original voice of Link as one of my truths. And this particular year, they were like, "No way," all this, and I was like,
You know Link?
Whatever." I mean, I'm just saying. And the next day, they came into my class, came in and started saying all these like strange sort of, just out of nowhere things.
Come see me in Sakado.
They would laugh, afterwards. And I was like, all right, what is going on here? Let me in on the joke. And they're like, you don't recognize it? You don't recognize what we're saying? And I was like, I don't know what you're saying. And it was lines from the original game. And so they had gone. One of the kids had gone and done some research and found the gifts that were out there, and um, sort of. So he played them for me. It's actually how I found out I had an IMDb page. Then I didn't even know. So it was all a very big surprise to me, like over a decade later, that like this game had sort of had a sort of infamy around it, and that the voice of Link was uh, you know, a little famous. So it was kind of neat.
You know, for those of us with nostalgia, myself included, as you'd about imagine, I'm a big Zelda collector. I've been big gamer. I will argue that there is a certain charm to those games, and at least if I may flatter you here, I felt you did a good job being the voice actor. Now
Well, thank you.
aside from programming and everything involved, I mean that has nothing to do with the talent that is actually doing the
Right.
voice acting. But I think it was a major breakthrough, to be honest, to at least have dialogue in a Zelda game. You know.
Yeah, I do too. I think it was I've learned a little bit about it since, and actually was contacted by a game designer a few years ago, and who was doing a different video game, but sort of as a sort of as like a send off, or sort of like to the old Zelda games, and using the same different technology, but the same concepts of using animation between the scenes, and having there be dialogue between characters in those sections. And he contacted me and asked me if I did a voice for him in the game, and then also did the voice of Link for him as like a narrator for, I think, their trailer for the game. And the game's done very well. It's called Arzette. It's got another part of the name too. He also hired the person who did the backgrounds, the artist who did the backgrounds in the original Zelda games, who was an incredible artist. Actually, I can't remember his
Oh,
name.
yeah.
Uh, Played the Zelda voice, also was in that game, uh, and that was done by. Gosh, he told me the name of the company. But if you looked up Arzette, you can find the game. It came out a couple of years ago.
Hmm. I certainly will then. Well,
Yeah. So it's been kind of neat, and I learned a lot about the original Zelda game, and got to go to a PAX convention and
oh,
sign some autographs, and it's a very neat experience. It really was.
excellent. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I do hope to see you one day at a convention. I go to quite a few conventions. You know, put a name to a face.
Yeah. Well, if I ever get invited back to one, I certainly will be at the Boston one. That's for sure.
Boston. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I've been meaning to go up to Boston sometime. Yeah.
That was big. I couldn't believe how many people were there.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, I know I didn't want to take up too much of your time. I know you're a busy man, sir, but and totally cool if you don't want to, but I can't lie. I would have to ask, as a big fan, if there's any way you could do a send off in character as Link, or if that ship has sailed.
If you if you could give me a line, I would be happy to do one. I don't remember any of the lines from
Oh,
it.
I only remember one off the top of my head, which is, "I wonder what Ganon is up to now."
Okay, I remember that one. I wonder what Ganon is up to now. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas.
Well, thanks so much, Jeff. And hey, hopefully our paths will cross again sometime in the future.
Great. Best of luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Take care.